as though he was concentrating on the job, trying to make an early impression. They looked right through the middle, bang onto the chin.
Only time. He's been the fifth. He was knocked out, but a right hand towards Alexander.
The drama surrounding the fastest knockouts in boxing is not about rounds, strategy, or long wars. It is about moments so violent and sudden that time itself seems to trip over its own feet. These are not fights. They are interruptions. A bell rings, hope enters the ring, and then hope is erased before it has time to breathe. Fans do not even settle into their seats before reality crashes down with one perfect punch. Dominic Gwyn showed the world how thin the line is between confidence and collapse. Phil Jackson walked in as a veteran, someone who had seen the top of the sport and survived it. But experience means nothing when timing betrays you. Just 23 seconds after the bell, Gwyn's left hook landed like a sentence being handed down. Jackson did not fall slowly. He folded, as if gravity itself had chosen him. 1 second he was fighting, the next he was part of history. Alexander Gurov traveled to defend his European title believing that caution would protect him. But David Haye did not wait for patterns to develop. He waited only for one mistake. And when it came, his right hand turned fog into silence. 45 seconds. That is all it took for the veteran to learn that youth plus power is a dangerous equation. The punch was not just strong. It was intentional. It was wound up like a promise and delivered like a debt being collected. Giant Ty Fields believed size would be enough. He came in as a mountain of a man, expecting smaller fighters to break themselves against him. But Monty Barrett did not fight the mountain. He fought the mistakes. Wide swings. Slow recovery. Clumsy balance. 57 seconds later, the giant had fallen like a building that forgot how to stand. Boxing does not care how tall you are. It only cares how late you are. Ivan Ditchko turned fear into theater when he flattened Denis Bogtov in 60 seconds. One right hand changed the temperature in the arena. The crowd gasped not because it was flashy, but because it was final. Bogtov never had time to adjust. Power like that does not ask for permission. It simply arrives and leaves someone else behind. David Tua built a career on punches that sounded like they broke air. Against Oleg Maskiv, he needed just 51 seconds to prove that reputation is sometimes an understatement. One left hook ended the conversation. Sullivan's legs betrayed him before his mind even understood what had happened. 13 of Tua's knockouts came in the first round because some fighters do not build stories. They end them. Anthony Joshua announced himself to the world in 86 seconds against Michael Sprott. At that time, he was still proving he belonged. But his power spoke fluently. One heavy shot wobbled Sprott. The next series finished him. The referee hesitated, and in that hesitation you could see how dangerous fast knockouts really are. They do not just test fighters. They test the men who are supposed to protect them. Then there was Joe Louis, whose fists once carried the weight of a nation. Against Max Schmeling, he did not just win. He erased. 3 knockdowns in the first round, each one heavier than the last. Schmeling was not weak. He was simply standing in front of something too great to survive. That night was not a fight. It was a statement written in fists. Matt Skelton showed that sometimes the body gives up before the mind accepts it. John McDermott hit the canvas 3 times in 79 seconds. Whether he felt pushed or punched did not matter. What mattered was that his legs kept betraying him. The referee ended it because gravity had already made its choice. David Price crushed Audley Harrison in 82 seconds, and in that moment fans believed they were watching the birth of something unstoppable. Harrison never even saw the ending coming. 1 series. 1 collapse. The crowd did not cheer because it was long. They cheered because it was brutal and sudden. Bernard Hopkins is known for patience, not speed. But even he once showed how fast a dream can die. Against Steve Frank, 3 punches in 24 seconds ended everything. No build-up, no drama, just execution. That is what separates legends from talkers. They do not need time to make a point. Lamont Brewster turned expectations upside down when he smashed Andrew Golota in 52 seconds. Golota was supposed to be the favorite. Instead, he became a memory almost instantly. 3 knockdowns. 1 ending. When confidence meets surprise, surprise usually wins. Mike Tyson, even near the end of his career, still carried thunder in his hands. Against Clifford Etienne, He needed just 49 seconds. One right hand reminded the world that power never truly retires. It only waits for the right moment to speak again. Jeremy Williams taught Arthur Weathers a lesson in 10 seconds. Weathers had talked. He had predicted. He had promised survival. 10 seconds later, he was asleep. That is the danger of predictions in a sport where fists decide everything. Audlanier Solis needed 92 seconds to remind Chad Van Sickle that Olympic gold is not decoration. 2 knockdowns. 1 ending. Calm power always looks scarier than loud power. Floyd Patterson's nights against Sonny Liston remain some of the darkest lessons in boxing history. 2 fights. 2 first-round knockouts. 4 seconds difference between them. Pride took Patterson back into danger. Power welcomed him there. Larry Holmes showed Marvis Frazier that legacy is not inherited. It is earned. 1 knockdown. Then a brutal finish before the round could breathe. Holmes did not rush. He simply knew when it was time to end it. Chris Zudus shocked a home crowd when he dropped Danny Williams in just 23 seconds. 1 left hand. 1 ending. Sometimes unknown names write the loudest moments. Jameel McCline crushed Michael Grant in seconds, and Grant could not even continue. Not because of fear, but because his body had already decided for him. Saku Powell and Cornelius Bundridge gave fans one of the strangest starts ever. Both went down together. Then Powell finished it in 22 seconds. Chaos does not need planning. Oliver McCall ended Oleg Maskiv in under 3 minutes, proving that some fights are decided the moment one punch lands clean. Every one of these moments tells the same story in different voices. Boxing is not always about who is better. Sometimes it is about who is faster to be perfect. 1 punch, 1 second, 1 mistake, and a career changes direction. That is why fans love these moments. They are not long stories. They are lightning. And lightning does not warn you before it strikes. Now it is your turn. Which of these lightning-fast knockouts shocked you the most? Was it the 10-second finish, the first-round massacre, or the moment when a legend reminded the world who he was? Drop your thoughts below, share this with every fight fan who loves raw power, and if you want more dramatic boxing stories told like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay locked in, because in boxing, history can be written in less than a minute.